Ever pondered about the power beneath the hood of your car or the massive force propelling an airplane? Welcome, engine enthusiasts and curious minds alike. Engines. They're everywhere. They're in our cars, our planes, our factories, and even in our homes. But what exactly is an engine? In its simplest form, an engine is a machine designed to convert one form of energy into mechanical energy. Let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer brilliance of these machines. The engine, in all its forms, is an integral part of our daily lives. It's the heart of our vehicles, pumping life into their mechanical bodies, converting fuel into motion and allowing us to navigate the world with ease. Engines have revolutionized mobility, transforming the way we travel. They've shrunk the world, making distant places accessible, and have played a significant role in the rapid advancement of industries and economies worldwide. But their influence doesn't stop there. Engines also power our world in a more literal sense. They're at the core of power plants, converting chemical or nuclear energy into electricity that lights up our cities and powers our devices. And what about those engines of the past? Those ancient machines that paved the way for today's sophisticated models? You may be surprised to learn that many of them still exist. They may not be as efficient or as sleek as their modern counterparts, but they're a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of progress. So, whether you're a seasoned engine enthusiast or just a curious mind, there's no denying the intrigue of engines. They're not just machines, they're symbols of human innovation and progress, and they're an essential part of our journey towards a more advanced and interconnected world. So, how did these magnificent machines come into existence? The answer lies in the annals of history. To understand engines, we must travel back to the era when the concept of a machine was still novel. Our journey begins in the cradle of civilization, where the ancient Greeks invented simple machines such as the pulley, lever, and wheel and axle. These rudimentary devices, powered by human or animal force, set the stage for the mechanical marvels that were to follow. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, when windmills and water wheels harnessed the forces of nature to grind grain, pump water, and perform other tasks, bringing about the very first inklings of mechanized work. But the real game changer arrived in the early 18th century, with the invention of the steam engine by Thomas Newcomen. This revolutionary machine used the power of steam to pump water from mines, marking a significant leap forward in technology. It wasn't just a new kind of machine, it was the birth of a whole new era, the dawn of the Industrial Revolution. The steam engine's impact was profound. It powered factories and mills, drove trains and steamships, and transformed societies around the world. It was the engine that powered progress, literally and metaphorically. As the steam engine evolved, so did the concept of an engine. The idea of converting heat energy into mechanical work opened up a world of possibilities. It set the stage for the invention of the internal combustion engine in the 19th century, which used the explosive power of burning fuel to drive pistons and crankshafts. This was the engine that would power the automobiles, trucks, and planes of the 20th century, and it remains the dominant form of engine today. But even as we marvel at the complexity and power of the modern engine, we can trace its roots back to those early machines of ancient times. So, from the simple pulley to the steam engine, from the windmill to the internal combustion engine, we see a story of continual evolution and innovation. It's a story that's still being written today, as engineers and inventors continue to push the boundaries of what an engine can do. From steam to internal combustion, the engine was ready for a revolutionary leap. With the turn of the 20th century, engines took a new form, one that would redefine transportation. As we stepped into this era, we witnessed the birth of an invention that would forever alter our world, the internal combustion engine. This innovative machine was a titan of change, far removed from the bulky, inefficient engines of yesteryears. In the early days, engines were colossal contraptions, requiring vast amounts of space and resources to operate. They were often unreliable, and their efficiency was a far cry from what we're accustomed to today. But as the wheel of time turned, so did the gears of evolution. The engine began to transform, becoming more compact, more powerful, and more efficient. This evolution was driven by a need for mobility. People yearned to travel faster, further, and with greater freedom. The internal combustion engine answered this call. It harnessed the power of ignited fuel, creating a force potent enough to propel vehicles at unprecedented speeds. This was a breakthrough that would lead to the rise of the automobile, a machine that would come to symbolize the 20th century. But it didn't stop there. The evolution of engines didn't just pave the way for road travel, it also took to the skies. The same principles that powered cars were adapted to create aircraft engines, giving birth to the aviation industry. Suddenly, the world became a much smaller place. The impact of this evolution was seismic. From the bustling city streets to the vast expanses of the open sky, engines have become an integral part of our lives. They've shaped our societies, our economies, and even our cultures. And though they may be far removed from their primitive ancestors, the echoes of their past can still be heard in the purr of a car engine or the roar of a jet plane. Engines have come a long way, but what about their types and uses? As we delve deeper into the realm of engines, we'll explore the diverse forms they've taken and the myriad ways they've been put to use. But that's a story for another scene. From cars to power plants, engines have found their place in nearly every aspect of our lives. They are, in essence, the heart of our society's infrastructure, powering our vehicles, factories, and homes. But did you ever stop to consider the variety of engines that exist, or where they are used? Let's start with a common one, the petrol engine. Petrol engines, also known as gasoline engines, are internal combustion engines that run on volatile liquid fuels. The spark plugs ignite the fuel-air mixture, causing a mini explosion that drives the pistons. Petrol engines are widely used in cars, motorcycles, and light-duty vehicles due to their high performance and efficiency at high speeds. Next up, we have the diesel engine, another type of internal combustion engine, but this one operates on the principle of compression ignition. Diesel engines are known for their robustness and fuel efficiency, making them the engine of choice for heavy-duty vehicles, such as trucks, buses, and construction machinery. Moving on, let's talk about electric engines. These engines convert electrical energy into mechanical energy, powering everything from electric cars to home appliances. Electric engines are gaining popularity because of their environmental benefits, creating a buzz in the automotive industry. And then there are jet engines. These engines work on the principle of jet propulsion, sucking in air at the front, compressing it, mixing it with fuel, and then igniting it. The resulting force propels the aircraft forward. Jet engines are primarily used in aviation, powering everything from commercial airliners to military fighter jets. Each type of engine has its unique uses and advantages. Petrol and diesel engines remain popular in the automotive industry, while electric engines are gaining ground due to their environmental benefits. Jet engines, on the other hand, have revolutionized air travel, making it possible to traverse vast distances in short periods. Engines have indeed diversified, but are the old ones still around? That's a question we'll tackle in our next segment. One thing's for sure though, from powering our cars to generating electricity, engines have become an indispensable part of our lives. In the world of engines, old is not necessarily obsolete, a captivating truth that underlines the enduring legacy of engines and their timeless relevance. When we think of old engines, we often picture steam engines, those behemoths of the industrial age puffing away with rhythmic precision. Their inception dates back to the 18th century, yet they are far from extinct. Today, these archaic machines continue to find their place, predominantly in heritage sectors and certain industries. Let's take a look at the world of railroads, for instance. While modern locomotives have certainly taken over, steam engines remain an integral part of historic railroad tours, offering a nostalgic journey back in time. They serve as living, breathing monuments of our industrial past, bringing history to life in a way that books or museums simply can't. Similarly, in the realm of energy production, steam engines still hold their ground. Some remote locations and developing regions rely on these trusted workhorses for power generation, valuing their simplicity, reliability, and the ability to use a wide range of fuels. But the legacy of engines extends beyond their functional use. Vintage engine collections and preservation societies around the globe are dedicated to the meticulous restoration and preservation of historic engines. These organizations, fueled by a deep passion for mechanical history, ensure that the knowledge and skills associated with these old engines are not lost to time. They host exhibitions and public demonstrations, allowing us to marvel at the engineering feats of yesteryears. From the humble beginnings of the steam engine to the technological marvels of today's jet and electric engines, the journey of engines is a testament to human ingenuity. It is a story of continuous evolution, of how we've harnessed power and efficiency to drive our societies forward. And while we continue to innovate and push the boundaries of what's possible, let's not forget the old engines that paved the way. They are the silent heroes that remind us of how far we've come, From the humble beginnings to the technological marvels of today, engines have truly driven human progress. Stay tuned for more intriguing insights into the world of engines.